Give him this money and these notes, Rinaldo.
Very well, my lady.
Now you shall do marvellous wisely, good Rinaldo, before you visit him, to make inquire of his behaviour.
My lady, I did intend it.
Oh, very well said, very well said. Now, look you, sir, inquire me first what danskers are in Paris, how and who, what means, where they keep, what company, and at what expense, and finding you out by this encompassment and drift of question that they do know my son, coming more near than your particular demands will touch it. Take you as 'twere some distant knowledge of him, as thus,
I know his mother and his friends, and in part him.
Do you mark that, Rinaldo?
Very well, my lady.
And in part him, but
You may say.
not well. But if it be he, I mean, oh, he's very wild, addicted, so and
There you may lay one on forgeries that you please. Now, marry, none so rank that may dishonour him, take heed of that. But so the wanton, wild, and usual slips as our companions, noted and most known to youth and liberty.
As gaming, my lady.
Ah, drinking, fencing, swearing, quarrelling, drabbing. Oh, you may go so far.
But, my lady, that would dishonor him.
Faith, no, as you may season it in the charge. Now, do not put that he is open to incontinency. That is not my meaning. But, sir, breathe his faults so quaintly that they do seem the taints of liberty, the flash and outbreak of a fiery mind.
But, my good lady...
Wherefore should you do this?
I would know that.
Sir, here is my drift, and I do believe it is a fetch of wit. You, laying these slight sallies on my son, as 'twere a thing a little soiled in the working, mark you your party and converse. Be assured he closes with you in this consequence. Good sir, or friend, or gentleman, or such as the phrase or addition of man and country.
Very well.
And then, sir, be sure. I was about to say something. When did I leave?
At closes in the consequence.
Closes in the consequence. Then, sir, he says,
I know the gentleman. I saw him yesterday, or the other day, or such and such and so and so. There, as you say, was a gaming, or perhaps there was all talk in his house, or there entered such a house of sale.
brothel, dear, your bait of falsehood takes this carp of truth, and thus do we of wisdom and of reach by indirections find directions out. Oh, you have me, have you not, Ronaldo?
I have, my lady.
Oh, then farewell, and God be with you.
Very good, my lady.
And observe his inclination in yourself.
I will, my lady.
And let him ply his music.
Very well, my lady.
Well, farewell. Oh, now, what is the matter, Ophelia?
Oh, my lady, I've been so afraid.
With what in the name of God?
Good mother, as I was sewing in my closet, Lord Hamlet, with his doublet all unbraced, no hat upon his head, his stockings fouled, unguarded, and down-jived to his ankles, pale as his shirt, his knees knocking each other, and with a look so piteous in purport, as if he had been loosed out of hell. To speak of horrors, he comes before me.
What? Mad for thy love?
I do not know, but truly I do fear it.
What said he?
He took me by the wrist and held me hard. Then goes he to the length of all his arm, and he falls to such perusal of my face as he would draw it. Long stayed he so. At last, a little shaking of mine arm, and thrice it sat thus waving up and down, he raised a sigh so piteous and profound, as it did seem to shatter all his bulk and end his being. That done, he lets me go, and with his head over his shoulder turned, he seemed to find his way without his eyes, for out of doors he went without their helps, until the last bended their light on me.
Oh, I will go seek the king. Oh, this is the very property of love, whose violent properties fordoes itself and leads the will to desperate undertakings. I'm sorry. Have you had hard words for him of late?
No, my good mother, but as you did command, I did repel his letters and denied his access to me.
That hath made him mad. Oh, I am sorry that with better heed and judgment I had not courted him. I did think he did but trifle and meant to wreck thee. Oh, but beshrew my jealousy. By the heaven, it is as proper for our age to cast beyond ourselves and our opinions as it is for the younger sort to lack discretion. Ha! Come. Go we to the king, this must be known, which being kept close might move more grief to hide than grief to utter love. Oh, here I come.
Welcome, dear Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Moreover than we much did long to see you, the need we have to use you did provoke our hasty sending. Something have you heard of Hamlet's transformation, so call it? Sith nor the exterior nor the inward man resembles that it was. What it should be, more than his father's death, that thus hath put him so much from the understanding of himself, I cannot dream of. I entreat you both, that being of so young days brought up with him, that you vouchsafe your rest here in our court, so as by your companies to draw him into pleasures, and to gather as much from the occasion as you may glean.
Oh, good gentlemen, he hath much spoke of you, and sure I am, two men there are not living to whom he more hears. If it be your wish to show us such gentry and goodwill, so as to expend your time with us together for the supply and for the profit of our hope, then your visitation shall receive such thanks as fits a king's remembrance.
Both your majesties might, by the sovereign power you have of us, put your dread pleasure more into command than to entreaty.
But we both obey, and here give up ourselves in the full bench, to lay our services freely at your feet to be commanded.
Thanks, Rosencrantz, and gentle Guildenstern.
Thank you, Guildenstern, and gentle Rosencrantz. And now I beseech you instantly to visit my too much changed son. Go there, some of you, bring these gentlemen to where Hamlet is.
Heavens make our presence and our practice as pleasant and helpful to him.
Amen.
Thou still hast been the harbinger of good news.
Oh, have I, my lord? Well, I assure my liege I hold my duty as I hold my soul both to my God and to my gracious king. And I do believe I have found the very cause of Hamlet's lunacy.
Oh, do speak of that. That I long to hear.
Yeah, I doubt 'tis no other but the main, his father's death and our hasty marriage.
We shall sift him.
My liege and madam, to expostulate what majesty should be, what duty is, why day is day, and night night, time is time, well, but to waste not day and time, since brevity is the soul of wit, and tediousness the limbs and outward flourishes, I will be brief. Your noble son is mad. Mad, call I it for to define true madness, what is to be nothing else but mad. But let that go.
Now more matter with less art.
Madam, I swear I use no art at all. That your son is mad, 'tis true. 'Tis true, 'tis pity, and pity 'tis true, a foolish figure. But farewell it, for I will use no art. Mad then, let us grant him. What remains is to find the cause of this effect, or rather the cause of this defect. For this effect defective comes by cause, and what remains in the remainder thus is perpend. I have a daughter who, in her obedience, mark you, hath given me this. Gather and surmise. To the celestial and my soul's idol, the most beautified, oh, Philly, that's an ill phrase, a vile phrase, beautified. It's a vile phrase, but you shall hear thus. In her excellent white
Now came this from Hamlet to her.
Madam, stay a while, I will be faithful. Doubt that the stars are fire, doubt that the sun doth move, doubt truth to be a liar, but never doubt I love. Oh, dear Ophelia, I am ill at these numbers. I have not aught to reckon my